Imagine a world full of ancient wonders, cities and structures lost for centuries, forgotten by time, until they were rediscovered. These places are hidden away in remote lands, known only to locals, or swallowed up by nature, covered in trees and thick jungles. Some are tucked away in unexpected corners, while others, thousands of years old, can only be seen from the sky. In this video, we'll uncover the amazing mysteries of ancient civilizations and explore discoveries that remain unsolved. Are they nature's masterpieces or the work of human hands? Hidden deep within the rugged mountains and desert canyons of southern Jordan lies one of the most breathtaking archaeological sites in the world, Petra. Known as the Lost City, Petra was once the thriving capital of the ancient Nabataean kingdom. Carved directly into the rose-colored cliffs, this city of stone stands as a monument to a civilization long lost to history. Established over 2,000 years ago, Petra flourished as a center of trade and culture, controlling key caravan routes that linked Arabia, Egypt, and the Mediterranean. But despite its wealth and influence, the city was eventually abandoned, and for centuries, it remained forgotten by the outside world, until its rediscovery in 1812 by Swiss explorer Johann Ludwig Burckhardt. The Nabataeans were masterful architects, traders, and engineers. From their capital in Petra, they built an empire that controlled the incense trade routes that brought wealth from across the ancient world. The Nabataeans harnessed the harsh desert environment, creating a flourishing city through their ingenious use of water management and rock-cut architecture. One of Petra's most remarkable features is its water system. The Nabataeans constructed a series of cisterns, aqueducts, and dams to capture and store the precious rainwater that flowed through the canyons. This allowed them to turn the dry, inhospitable desert into a fertile oasis, supporting thousands of inhabitants. Of all the magnificent structures in Petra, none is more iconic than the treasury, known locally as Al-Khazneh. Carved directly into the sandstone cliff, this 40-meter-high facade is a masterpiece of Nabataean artistry. Its intricate columns, friezes, and statues are stunning examples of the blend of Greek, Roman, and local architectural styles. Despite its name, the treasury wasn't actually used to store wealth. Its true purpose remains a mystery. Some scholars believe it may have been a royal tomb, while others speculate it served a ceremonial or religious function. This enigma only adds to the allure of this breathtaking monument. But the treasury is just the beginning. Petra is home to hundreds of rock-cut tombs, temples, and monuments, each with its own secrets. Among Petra's many marvels is its theater, a grand amphitheater carved directly into the mountainside, much like the rest of the city. This theater could seat up to 8,000 spectators, making it one of the largest in the ancient world and a testament to the influence of Roman and Greek architecture on the Nabataeans. The Petra Theater was not just a place for performances, but also a hub of social and political life. It served as a gathering space for public events, religious ceremonies, and possibly even political discussions. Its design, carved from solid rock, reflects the Nabataeans' extraordinary skill in utilizing their natural environment for architectural purposes. The royal tombs, with their grand facades towering over the valley, were the resting places of Petra's kings and elite, while the monastery, or Ad-Dir, stands atop a mountain and is one of the largest structures in Petra. The monastery is an impressive 47 meters wide and 48 meters tall, rivaling the grandeur of the treasury. Like many of Petra's structures, its exact purpose remains a mystery, but it may have been used for religious gatherings or as a temple dedicated to the Nabataean gods. Petra was not just a hub of trade, but also a center of spiritual life. The Nabataeans practiced a unique blend of local and foreign religions, worshiping a pantheon of deities influenced by Arab, Greek, and Roman traditions. Dushara, the chief god of the Nabataeans, was revered alongside other gods and goddesses, and Petra's temples and altars were places of devotion and sacrifice. The high place of sacrifice is one of Petra's most sacred sites. Situated high above the city, this open-air altar was used for religious ceremonies, possibly including animal sacrifices to the gods. From here, worshippers could look out over the city and the vast desert landscape, feeling a connection to both the earth and the heavens. Despite its prosperity, Petra's fortune would not last forever. By the 4th century AD, the city began to decline. Changes in trade routes, combined with devastating earthquakes, left the city isolated and vulnerable. Over time, Petra was abandoned, and its existence faded from memory, leaving behind only the silent stone monuments to tell its story. For centuries, Petra lay hidden, known only to the local Bedouin tribes. It wasn't until the early 19th century that the city was rediscovered by the outside world, sparking a new wave of exploration and wonder. But even today, many of Petra's mysteries remain unsolved. How did the Nabataeans carve such grand structures with the tools of the time? What exactly led to their downfall? And what other secrets may still lie hidden in the desert canyons? Today, Petra is a UNESCO World Heritage Site and one of the new 7 wonders of the world. Each year, thousands of visitors come to walk through the Sicu, the narrow canyon that leads to the treasury, to explore the ruins of a city once lost to time. From the treasury to the monastery, from the royal tombs to the high place of sacrifice, Petra continues to captivate the imagination of all who visit. It's a place where history, art, and mystery converge, where the past speaks through the stones and beckons us to uncover its secrets. As the sun sets over Petra, its rose-red walls seem to come alive, reminding us of the once great civilization that built this city of stone. What other mysteries might still lie hidden within Petra's ancient tombs and temples? Hidden deep within the heart of the Guatemalan jungle lies one of the most powerful and mysterious cities of the ancient world, Tikal. Once a thriving metropolis, it now stands as a silent witness to the rise and fall of the mighty Maya civilization. Tikal is no ordinary ancient city. Located in the largest natural reserve in Guatemala, this lost city is a testament to the brilliance and complexity of the Maya. Spanning over 1,500 years of history, it was a major political, economic, and military hub during its peak. For centuries, Tikal was swallowed by the jungle, forgotten by the outside world. It wasn't until 1848 that local Guatemalan leaders stumbled upon the ruins, marking the beginning of its rediscovery. But even today, much of Tikal remains hidden beneath the thick vegetation, waiting to reveal its secrets. One of the most remarkable aspects of Tikal is its breathtaking architecture. The city is home to thousands of structures, including towering pyramids that rise above the jungle canopy. The most iconic is Temple 4, standing over 70 meters tall. Temples like this weren't just feats of engineering, they were deeply connected to Maya religion and cosmology. These temples were more than mere monuments. They were sacred places of worship where the Maya connected with their gods in the cosmos. The Maya believed that these towering structures brought them closer to the heavens, and many of the rituals performed on these platforms were designed to honor the gods of creation, rain, and agriculture. At the top of these pyramids, intricate carvings and glyphs tell stories of the Mayas' religious beliefs. The faces of gods, serpents, and celestial symbols adorn the temples, often representing the cycle of life and death or the movements of the planets and stars. These details also highlight the Mayas' advanced knowledge of astronomy, as many temples were aligned with important celestial events, such as the solstices. In the heart of Mexico's Yucatan Peninsula lies one of the most breathtaking and mysterious cities of the ancient Maya, Chichén Itzá, a city once at the pinnacle of power and influence. It now captivates the world with its monumental architecture and unsolved mysteries. Welcome to Chichén Itzá, a city that continues to defy time. Chichén Itzá wasn't just another Maya city, it was one of the largest and most influential. Founded over 1,000 years ago, it served as a political, economic, and religious hub for the Maya people. Today, its ruins tell a story of a city that flourished through advanced engineering, a deep connection to the cosmos, and of course, its famous monuments. The crown jewel of Chichén Itzá is El Castillo, also known as the Pyramid of Kukulkan, dedicated to the feathered serpent god. But this pyramid is more than just a marvel of construction. It's a calendar carved in stone. Each of its 4 sides has 91 steps. And when you add the platform at the top, you get a total of 365, the exact number of days in a solar year. But what's most fascinating is how the pyramid interacts with the sun. Twice a year, during the spring and autumn equinoxes, a shadow appears on the side of the pyramid that resembles a serpent slithering down the steps. This incredible phenomenon is a testament to the Mayas' advanced understanding of astronomy and their ability to align architecture with the cycles of nature. Just a short walk from El Castillo lies the Great Ball Court, the largest and most impressive of its kind in all of Mesoamerica. Here, the Maya played their ceremonial ball game, poke to poke, a high-stakes match that combined sport with ritual. But this was no ordinary game. Legend has it that the outcome could result in the sacrifice of the losing team, or in some cases the winners, as a tribute to the gods. The court's stone carvings depict players in action, and in some panels we see the victorious players holding the severed heads of their opponents, symbolizing the spiritual importance of the game. The court's design also reveals incredible acoustics. Shouts from one end of the court can be heard clearly at the other, emphasizing the importance of sound in Maya ceremonies. Beyond the ball court, another mystery lies in the sacred cenote, a massive sinkhole that served as a gateway between the Maya and their gods. This natural well was believed to be a place of sacrifice and offerings, where precious objects, and sometimes even humans, were thrown into the water to appease the rain god Chak. Archaeologists have recovered countless treasures from the depths of the cenote, including gold, jade, pottery, and even human remains. But many questions remain. Who were these individuals, and why were they chosen for sacrifice? Was this an honor or a punishment? Chichén Itzá was also a center of astronomical research. The Archaeological Observatory, with its unique spiral design, was used by the Maya to track the movements of the planets and stars. Its windows align with the positions of Venus and other celestial bodies during certain times of the year, helping the Maya to predict events like eclipses and seasonal changes. Across the city, many of the temples and structures are aligned with astronomical events. The Temple of the Warriors is another iconic structure where warriors are depicted in dramatic stone reliefs, symbolizing the city's military prowess. Despite its grandeur, Chichén Itzá fell into decline around the 11th century. Some believe the city was overrun by neighboring tribes, while others point to environmental factors such as drought that could have led to its downfall. Whatever the reason, Chichén Itzá's sudden collapse is still a subject of debate among scholars. Today, Chichén Itzá stands as a UNESCO World Heritage Site and is one of the new 7 wonders of the world, attracting millions of visitors each year. As people from all over the globe come to marvel at its architecture and mystery, the legacy of the Maya continues to live on through the stones of Chichén Itzá. Chichén Itzá is not just a city of the past, it's a bridge between ancient knowledge and modern curiosity. From its awe-inspiring pyramids to its enigmatic rituals, Chichén Itzá invites us to explore the depths of one of the greatest civilizations ever known. What other secrets might this city still hold? In the land of ancient mysteries, high in the Andes and deep in the Peruvian desert, 2 of the world's most enigmatic sites continue to captivate the imagination. Today, we explore the breathtaking heights of Machu Picchu, the lost city of the Inca, and the vast expanse of the Nazca Lines, where gigantic figures etched into the earth baffle even the experts. First, we travel to the legendary Machu Picchu, one of the most iconic archaeological sites in the world. Perched nearly 8,000 feet above sea level, this ancient Inca citadel was forgotten by the outside world for centuries until its rediscovery in 1911 by American explorer Hiram Bingham. Machu Picchu is believed to have been built in the 15th century, likely as a royal estate for the Inca Emperor Pachacuti. But despite its grandeur, the true purpose of this lost city remains a mystery. Was it a sacred religious site, a military fortress, or a retreat for the Inca elite? One of the most remarkable features of Machu Picchu is its engineering marvel. The Inca built the city using dry stone construction, fitting massive stones so perfectly together that not even a knife blade can pass between them. The city's agricultural terraces not only prevented erosion, but also allowed the Inca to cultivate crops in the steep mountain terrain. The city's alignment with the cosmos is equally impressive. The Intihuatana stone, also known as the hitching post of the sun, was used by the Inca to track the solstices and celestial events. The site's spiritual connection to the heavens is undeniable, as seen in the Temple of the Sun, where windows align with the rising sun during the solstices. But despite its awe-inspiring design, Machu Picchu was mysteriously abandoned just over a century after it was built. Why the Inca left this city seemingly untouched by Spanish conquistadors remains a puzzle. Did they flee due to disease, or was it a calculated retreat? The reasons are still debated by historians. Next, we travel to Sacsayhuamán, a majestic Inca site located on the outskirts of Cusco. Built in the 15th century, this fortress is renowned for its colossal stone walls, some of the largest ever constructed by the Inca. Overlooking the city from a height of 3,700 meters, Sacsayhuamán was a strategic and ceremonial hub for the empire. Sacsayhuamán's zigzagging walls are believed to have had dual purposes, both as a fortress to protect Cusco, the capital of the Inca Empire, and as a ceremonial site. The walls were designed in a series of terraces, giving the Inca defenders strategic advantage over invaders. Beyond its military function, Sacsayhuamán was also a place of spiritual significance. The central plaza was used for grand celebrations, including the annual Inti Raymi, the festival of the sun, honoring the Inca's most revered deity Inti, the sun god. This space brought together thousands of people for rituals and offerings. One of the greatest mysteries of Sacsayhuamán is the engineering behind its construction. The Inca quarried stones weighing up to 200 tons, transporting them over long distances without the use of modern technology. The stones fit together so perfectly, without mortar, that they have withstood centuries of earthquakes. The design not only showcases the Incas' architectural genius, but also their understanding of seismic activity. By cutting the stones to fit tightly together, they created a structure that remained standing, even after earthquakes that leveled other ancient buildings. Today, Sacsayhuamán is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, attracting visitors from around the world. The site offers not only a glimpse into the Incas' advanced building techniques, but also a window into their spiritual and cultural world. As the sun sets over the Andes, the massive stones of Sacsayhuamán stand as a testament to the enduring strength and brilliance of the Inca civilization. From the spiritual significance of its grand plaza to the architectural wonder of its megalithic walls, Sacsayhuamán continues to inspire awe and admiration. Deep in the arid deserts of southern Peru lies one of the world's most intriguing archaeological mysteries, the Nazca Lines. But just a short distance away, on the slopes of nearby hills, are the Palpa Geoglyphs, another set of ancient carvings, lesser known but equally mysterious. These massive designs etched into the earth tell the story of ancient civilizations and their connection to the cosmos. Today, we explore both the Nazca Lines and Palpa Geoglyphs, two extraordinary sets of figures that have baffled experts for decades. The Nazca Lines are one of the most famous archaeological sites in the world, hundreds of geoglyphs stretching across the desert floor, some of them as large as football fields. Created by the ancient Nazca culture over 2,000 years ago, these designs include animals, plants, and complex geometric shapes. But what makes them truly remarkable is their scale. You can only fully appreciate these enormous figures from the sky. Since their discovery in the 1920s, the Nazca Lines have sparked endless debate. Were they astronomical calendars, ritual pathways, or something else entirely? The purpose behind these lines remains one of archaeology's greatest mysteries. The most famous geoglyphs of the Nazca Lines represent animals and figures that have fascinated archaeologists for decades. One of the most prominent is the hominid, a delicate figure that stretches over 90 feet in length. Many believe it symbolizes fertility, representing the arrival of rain, a precious resource in the desert. Another captivating figure is the spider, which measures around 150 feet across. Researchers suggest the spider may be linked to rain and water, as some species of spiders emerge before rainfall in the desert. But perhaps the most mysterious of them all is the figure known as the astronaut, a humanoid figure standing at the edge of a hill, with a large head and raised arm. Unlike other figures, this one appears to look skyward, leading to countless theories about its purpose. Was it a depiction of a god, an otherworldly being, or perhaps a priest offering prayers to the heavens? While some believe the astronaut represents a deity, others speculate that it may be linked to the Nazca's astronomical knowledge, with the figure's position potentially pointing towards significant celestial events. Just north of the Nazca Desert lies another fascinating set of geoglyphs, the Palpa Geoglyphs. Though not as widely known as the Nazca Lines, the Palpa Geoglyphs are believed to be even older. created by the Paracas culture as early as 500 BCE. While the Nazca Lines are mostly drawn on flat desert plains, the Palpa Geoglyphs are carved into slopes and hills, making them visible from both ground level and the air. These designs include human figures, something rarely seen in the Nazca Lines, along with geometric shapes and patterns, possibly indicating their significance in religious or ritualistic practices. Despite the differences in terrain, the Nazca Lines and Palpa Geoglyphs share many similarities. Both sets of geoglyphs were created by carefully removing the top layer of dark rocks to reveal the lighter soil beneath. This technique has preserved the designs for over 2,000 years. Both the Nazca and Paracas cultures likely shared common religious or astronomical beliefs reflected in these geoglyphs. Many of the shapes and symbols in Palpa mirror those found in Nazca, suggesting that the two cultures may have influenced each other or had overlapping traditions. Like Nazca, some researchers believe the Palpa geoglyphs were used as astronomical markers or played a role in water rituals, critical for survival in this dry region. Despite decades of research, many aspects of both the Nazca Lines and Palpa geoglyphs remain unsolved. Why did these ancient cultures create such large-scale figures? And how were they able to design them with such precision, without aerial views? In recent years, modern technology, such as drones, has helped uncover even more geoglyphs in Palpa, pushing archaeologists to rethink the scale and purpose of these ancient designs. New discoveries continue to be made. In Palpa, more than 50 new geoglyphs have been identified, showing complex geometric shapes and figures. These new finds suggest that the desert may still hold many more secrets waiting to be uncovered. Hidden deep within the untamed jungles of Colombia, perched high in the Sierra Nevada mountains, lies one of the most mysterious and remote ancient cities in the world, Ciudad Perdida, the lost city of the Tairona civilization. For centuries, this city was forgotten, swallowed by the jungle, until its rediscovery in the 1970s. Welcome to the forgotten heart of Colombia, where secrets of the past still whisper through the trees. Ciudad Perdida, also known as the Lost City, was once a thriving hub of the ancient Tairona people, a civilization that predated the Spanish conquest. Founded over 1,300 years ago, it's believed to have been home to thousands of people. But for centuries, this city remained untouched, known only to the indigenous tribes who regarded it as a sacred place. Ciudad Perdida wasn't found by archaeologists but by treasure hunters in 1972 who were searching for gold. They uncovered stone terraces, staircases, and mysterious circular platforms hidden beneath the jungle. News of this incredible discovery soon spread, and with it, the name, the Lost City, was born. Unlike other famous lost cities, Ciudad Perdida is one you can't just drive up to. To reach its heights, adventurers must embark on a challenging journey, hiking 4 to 6 days through dense jungle, crossing rivers, and ascending over 1,200 stone steps. The layout of Ciudad Perdida is truly unique. The city is spread across the steep slopes of the Sierra Nevada, with over 170 terraces, plazas, and living spaces carved into the mountainside. These terraces were likely used for agriculture, housing, and ceremonial purposes. The Tairona were master architects, crafting stone pathways and stairs that connect the different levels of the city. These pathways wind through the jungle, following the natural contours of the mountain, revealing the city's perfect harmony with nature. To the indigenous Kogi and Wiwa peoples, who are direct descendants of the Tairona, Ciudad Perdida is known as Tiuna. It is considered a sacred place, a gateway to the spiritual world. These ancient terraces are not just ruins but spaces where important rituals and ceremonies were held to honor their gods and maintain balance with the earth. The central terrace, which overlooks the surrounding jungle, is believed to have been the heart of religious activity, where the high priest conducted spiritual ceremonies. Even today, indigenous communities continue to visit the site to perform rituals, keeping the city's spiritual significance alive. But despite its grandeur, Ciudad Perdida was suddenly abandoned around the time of the Spanish conquest. The reasons remain a mystery. Was it conflict with neighboring tribes, the spread of disease, or perhaps a strategic retreat from the advancing conquistadors? Rising dramatically from the heart of Sri Lanka's dense jungle, Sigiriya, also known as Lion Rock, is one of the country's most iconic landmarks. This ancient fortress, perched atop a towering rock formation, was once a royal citadel and stands as a testament to the ingenuity and creativity of the ancient Sinhalese civilization. Dating back to the 5th century, Sigiriya was built by King Kashyapa as both a royal residence and a strategic fortress. But its history is steeped in intrigue, filled with stories of power, betrayal, and ambition. The creation of Sigiriya is tied to the dramatic reign of King Kashyapa, a ruler who seized the throne after a coup. Fearing retaliation, Kashyapa sought refuge atop the towering Sigiriya rock, transforming it into his royal fortress. With its natural defenses and commanding view of the surrounding jungle, Sigiriya became not only his sanctuary but also a symbol of power. Kashyapa was a visionary, and under his command, Sigiriya became an engineering marvel. From its towering lion staircase to its intricate water gardens, the fortress was an incredible combination of beauty and military strategy. One of the most remarkable features of Sigiriya is its engineering, especially considering the limited technology of the time. The massive lion staircase, which gave the site its name, allowed access to the summit. To this day, the lion's paws remain, serving as a reminder of the grandeur that once crowned the entrance. Originally, the staircase was flanked by a colossal stone lion, whose body and head formed the entrance to the royal palace. While the rest of the statue has long since eroded or been lost, the lion's paws are still visible today, offering a glimpse of the impressive scale and symbolism of the structure. The lion represented power and protection, guarding the royal fortress on high. As visitors ascend the rock, they encounter one of Sigiriya's most precious treasures, its ancient frescoes. Painted over 1,500 years ago, these vibrant depictions of celestial maidens, known as apsaras, are a stunning example of ancient Sinhalese art. The frescoes, preserved on the rock's sheer face, show figures adorned with intricate jewelry and garments, their meaning still shrouded in mystery. Reaching the summit of Sigiriya, visitors are rewarded with sweeping views of the surrounding jungle and the ruins of Kashyapa's palace. The remains of walls, terraces, and cisterns are all that's left of the grand structure that once dominated the landscape. Although Sigiriya was built to be an impenetrable fortress, Kashyapa's reign was short-lived. After being defeated in battle, the fortress was abandoned, and over time, it was reclaimed by the jungle. Centuries later, Sigiriya was rediscovered, and its mysteries began to capture the imagination of the world. Today, Sigiriya is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, revered not just for its historical significance, but also for the engineering achievements of its builders. The site's unique combination of art, architecture, and landscape design continues to inspire awe. Despite our understanding of Sigiriya's history, many mysteries remain. How did ancient builders manage to transport such large stones and create such an intricate water system atop this towering rock? What drove King Kashapa to create this isolated palace fortress? And what other secrets might still lie hidden within the rock's depths? Sigiriya is a place where the past and present converge, offering a glimpse into the brilliance of ancient Sri Lankan civilization. It's more than just a fortress. It's a testament to human ingenuity and the power of ambition. In the dense jungles of Cambodia lies one of the most awe-inspiring and mysterious archaeological sites in the world, Angkor Wat. As the largest religious monument on Earth, Angkor Wat is not just a temple, but the centerpiece of a vast, once thriving city that served as the heart of the mighty Khmer Empire. Built in the 12th century, Angkor Wat was originally constructed as a Hindu temple dedicated to the god Vishnu, but later became a Buddhist site as the empire's beliefs evolved. Despite being one of the most iconic landmarks in Southeast Asia today, Angkor Wat was forgotten for centuries, swallowed by the jungle after the fall of the Khmer Empire. The Khmer Empire was one of the most powerful and advanced civilizations in Southeast Asia, ruling much of present-day Cambodia, Thailand, and Laos from the 9th to the 15th century. At its peak, the empire's capital, Angkor, was home to over 1 million people, making it one of the largest cities in the world at the time. Angkor was a city of grand temples, palaces, and an impressive system of canals and reservoirs. The heart of it all was Angkor Wat, the crowning achievement of Khmer architecture, built during the reign of King Sacsayhuamán II. Its construction took over 30 years and required an unprecedented level of engineering and artistry. Angkor Wat is not just a feat of engineering, but a masterpiece of symbolism. Its 5 towering spires represent the 5 peaks of Mount Meru, the sacred mountain in Hindu and Buddhist cosmology, believed to be the center of the universe. The walls of Angkor Wat are adorned with some of the most elaborate bas-reliefs in the world, telling stories from Hindu mythology. The most famous is the churning of the ocean of Baksh, a tale of gods and demons working together to create the elixir of immortality. Every inch of the temple is meticulously carved, reflecting both spiritual and political significance. Even the layout of Angkor Wat is steeped in mystery. The temple is aligned with the solstices, and its architectural design reflects advanced knowledge of astronomy. Scholars continue to debate the exact purpose of the temple's precise alignment and its celestial connections. While Angkor Wat is the most famous part of this ancient site, it's only a fraction of the lost city of Angkor. Once a thriving metropolis, Angkor was a city of temples, homes, and a vast network of reservoirs and canals that supported its massive population. The Khmer engineers were masters of water management. The city's barays, massive artificial lakes, were designed to store and distribute water for agriculture, ensuring a stable food supply throughout the year. This intricate system allowed the Khmer Empire to flourish for centuries in a region prone to monsoon rains and droughts. Despite its grandeur, by the 15th century, Angkor fell into decline. The reasons for its abandonment remain one of history's greatest mysteries. Some theories suggest that the collapse of the empire was due to climate change, with severe droughts and monsoons disrupting the water system that the city relied upon. Others point to invasions from neighboring kingdoms or the gradual shift of trade routes away from Angkor. Whatever the cause, the city was slowly overtaken by the jungle, its grandeur forgotten by the outside world for centuries. Angkor Wat wasn't rediscovered by the Western world until the 19th century, when French explorers stumbled upon its remains, covered in thick vegetation. Since then, archaeologists have been working to unlock the secrets of this lost city and piece together the story of its rise and fall. Today, Angkor Wat stands as a symbol of Cambodia's cultural heritage, featured prominently on the national flag. It is one of the world's most visited tourist destinations, drawing millions of people who come to marvel at its beauty and mystery. Though much of Angkor is now in ruins, its legacy endures. Angkor Wat remains a place of pilgrimage and spiritual significance for Buddhists and travelers alike. The temple's silent stones whisper stories of an empire's glory and its fall, reminding us of the transient nature of even the greatest civilizations. Despite centuries of study, Angkor Wat and the surrounding city still hold many unsolved mysteries. How did the Khmer build such monumental structures with the technology of the time? What caused the rapid decline of this once great empire? And what hidden treasures might still lie beneath the jungle's grasp? New discoveries are still being made as archaeologists use modern technology like LiDAR scanning to reveal previously hidden structures buried beneath the dense foliage. Each new find brings us closer to understanding the full scope of the Khmer Empire's achievements. Today, Angkor Wat is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, and efforts to preserve this magnificent city continue. While millions of tourists visit every year, experts work tirelessly to protect its delicate structures from the ravages of time, nature, and human impact. As the sun sets over Angkor Wat, the towering spires stand as a timeless reminder of the greatness of the Khmer Empire, a civilization that rose, flourished, and fell, but left behind an enduring legacy of art, religion, and mystery. Nestled at the foot of Mount Vesuvius lies the ancient city of Pompeii, a once thriving Roman city that met a tragic end in 79 AD. Today, Pompeii is one of the world's most famous archaeological sites, a city frozen in time, preserved under layers of volcanic ash. Pompeii was a bustling port city known for its vibrant culture, bustling markets, and lavish villas. But on one fateful day, the sudden eruption of Mount Vesuvius buried the entire city under volcanic debris, leaving it forgotten for nearly 1,700 years. It wasn't until the 18th century that Pompeii was rediscovered, its ruins providing an unprecedented glimpse into life in ancient Rome. On August 24, 79 AD, life in Pompeii was forever changed. Mount Vesuvius erupted with catastrophic force, spewing ash, pumice, and toxic gases into the air. The city's 20,000 residents had little warning of the disaster that was unfolding. As the volcanic cloud rose more than 30 kilometers into the sky, hot ash and rocks rained down on the city. Most of Pompeii's inhabitants attempted to flee, but for many it was too late. Those who stayed behind were trapped as the city was engulfed in a thick blanket of ash. The bodies of victims, preserved in their final moments, were later discovered by archaeologists, providing haunting evidence of the catastrophe. Today, the ruins of Pompeii offer an extraordinary window into the daily life of an ancient Roman city. Walking through its streets, you can see homes, shops, bathhouses, and temples, all remarkably well preserved thanks to the ash that covered them. At the heart of the city is the Forum, the central hub of political, religious, and social life in Pompeii, surrounded by temples and public buildings. This open space would have been filled with people going about their daily business, from traders to politicians. Pompeii was also a city of art and luxury. Many of the villas were adorned with frescoes and mosaics, depicting scenes from mythology, nature, and Roman life. These vibrant works of art have survived the centuries, offering a rare glimpse into the cultural richness of the city. One of the most famous buildings in Pompeii is the House of the Faun, a grand Roman villa named after the bronze statue of a faun found in its courtyard. This villa was one of the largest and most luxurious homes in Pompeii, covering an entire city block and featuring intricate mosaics like the famous Alexander mosaic, depicting Alexander the Great's victory over the Persian king Darius. Another highlight is the Villa of Mysteries, located just outside the city walls. This villa is known for its stunning frescoes, which depict mysterious religious rituals, believed to be related to the cult of Dionysus, the god of wine and revelry. Pompeii was also home to one of the oldest surviving Roman amphitheaters, capable of holding up to 20,000 spectators. This massive structure hosted gladiatorial games and other public spectacles, drawing crowds from Pompeii and neighboring towns. These games were brutal and bloody, but they were also one of the most popular forms of entertainment in ancient Rome. Gladiators fought to the death, cheered on by the roaring crowds in this very arena. Pompeii was not only a city of grand villas and temples, but also a bustling hub of daily life. Its streets were lined with shops, taverns, and public baths where locals would gather to socialize, eat, and relax. Walking through Pompeii today, you can still see the stone ovens of ancient bakeries, the remains of bars, and even graffiti etched into the walls by the city's inhabitants. These small details bring the people of Pompeii to life, reminding us that, despite the city's tragic end, it was once filled with laughter, business, and ordinary daily routines. For centuries after its destruction, Pompeii lay buried and forgotten under a thick layer of ash. It wasn't until the 18th century that systematic excavations began, uncovering one of the greatest archaeological finds in history. Since then, Pompeii has become a symbol of both the brilliance and fragility of human civilization. The artifacts and structures preserved here provide an unparalleled look at Roman life, from grand architecture to the everyday tools and possessions of its people. But Pompeii's legacy is also a tragic reminder of nature's power. The plaster casts of victims, frozen in their final moments, serve as haunting reminders of the lives that were lost in the eruption. In the rolling hills of southeastern Turkey lies one of the most mysterious and groundbreaking archaeological discoveries of our time, Göbekli Tepe. Buried beneath the earth for thousands of years, this site is not just an ancient ruin but the world's oldest known temple, built over 11,000 years ago, thousands of years before the pyramids or Stonehenge. First unearthed in the 1990s, Göbekli Tepe has puzzled and fascinated archaeologists ever since. How did a civilization with no knowledge of metal tools or writing create such a monumental structure? And, perhaps more intriguingly, why was it built? The people who built Göbekli Tepe were hunter-gatherers, living in a world before agriculture or permanent settlements. Yet, despite their seemingly primitive lifestyle, they possessed an incredible knowledge of stone masonry and engineering. They quarried and transported massive T-shaped pillars, some weighing up to 20 tons, arranging them in intricate circular formations. Each of these pillars is adorned with elaborate carvings of animals, foxes, snakes, birds, and other creatures, symbols that may have had spiritual or ritualistic significance. But what these carvings truly represent remains a mystery, as we know nothing about the beliefs or language of Göbekli Tepe's builders. The most perplexing aspect of Göbekli Tepe is its age. Built around 9,600 BCE, this temple predates the advent of agriculture by thousands of years. It was long believed that farming was the catalyst for large communal structures, as settled societies had the time and resources to build them. But Göbekli Tepe challenges this narrative. Some archaeologists now suggest that perhaps religion came first, inspiring people to come together in large numbers and develop agriculture to support this new form of social organization. Was Göbekli Tepe the birthplace of not just religion, but civilization itself? Another enigma surrounding Göbekli Tepe is that, after several centuries of use, the site was deliberately buried by its creators. But why? Was it an act of reverence to preserve the sacred ground? Or was there another reason, something darker? Some theories propose that changes in climate, such as the end of the Younger Dryas period, may have led to social upheaval or a shift in religious practices, causing the people of Göbekli Tepe to abandon their temple and hide it from future generations. Recent studies have also suggested that Göbekli Tepe may have had astronomical significance. Some of the pillars are thought to align with certain constellations or celestial events, hinting that the temple could have been a place where ancient peoples tracked the stars and the cycles of the heavens. Was Göbekli Tepe not just a temple, but an ancient observatory, where early humans tried to understand their place in the cosmos? The precise function of this site remains elusive, but the connection between spirituality and the skies is undeniable. Though much of Göbekli Tepe is still buried, the excavation work continues. Each new discovery raises more questions about the early development of human society. Did this ancient temple influence the rise of agriculture? Was it a place for ritual, astronomy, or something else entirely? Whatever the answer, Göbekli Tepe stands as a testament to the ingenuity and spirituality of our ancient ancestors, a mystery lost to time, yet still offering glimpses into the origins of human culture and belief. Today, Göbekli Tepe is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, and its secrets continue to captivate archaeologists and historians alike. But despite decades of research, the true purpose of this enigmatic site remains a mystery, leaving us with more questions than answers. What drove the people of Göbekli Tepe to build this monumental structure? And what can it teach us about the dawn of human civilization? As we continue to unearth its secrets, Göbekli Tepe invites us to reflect on the deep and mysterious connections between our past, our beliefs, and the world around us.